that you could take.
Yeah, that's what Mimi sent me. She sent me like a link, like a practice test.
Yeah, they do that.
And it's crazy because I thought I had it because I had this app called Zootopia, and I've been studying that, and everything I got on, every test they gave me, it was like I got an 80, I got an 82 out of 100 on every single one, like
Yeah,
or
well,
82 or higher, and I was like, okay, this is common sense. I got this. And then I go into the DMV, and it was like all failed. Like I didn't even get past the first 10 questions. I was like, wait a minute.
they built the trick you. That's why.
I was like, what am I doing wrong? And then I'll look at it. It says review answers, so I go back and look at the answers I got, and then I reread it. I'm like, how did I get this wrong? Not because the answers sounded like it made sense, because of, like I should have been smarter than that. I don't know how I even missed that. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh yeah, I'm definitely dead. I gotta sneak past this. Oh, he's hacking. There's no way he zipped away that quick. Oh no. Why did he zip like that? Maybe I need to reinstall Zootopia because I need to start sending some more. Because I'm trying to get this driver's permit and this driver's license thing out the way, bro. I'm getting sick and tired of walking everywhere, taking the bus everywhere, getting the Uber and Lyft everywhere.
Oh
getting
my
food,
god.
getting DoorDash.
You sound just like me when I ain't have no car.
The car thing, my dad said I need to wait on that. He was like, you don't need no car right now. I said, yes, I do. I ain't about to keep. You want me to get jobs out everywhere else? I got to get jobs that's walking distance because I ain't got no way to get to them.
You need to like take behind the wheel. That's what you need to do right after that.
What's that?
Because that's gonna be your ticket to a car. I promise you. Taking behind the wheel because that'll give you the for you to feel comfortable. That'll make everyone else feel comfortable, allowing you to drive and everything. Because if you pass behind the wheel, that's actually driving a vehicle.
Right.
That's actually driving a vehicle and taking a test driving a vehicle. You have to pass that too. So that's what I did. I took all the steps. I took behind the wheel. First of all, I let somebody let me drive their car. I took behind the wheel. Practice driving somebody's car. Practice tests. Took the test 1,000 times. The only reason I passed, like I said, I took the Scantron because the Scantron don't tell me, oh, you got that one wrong, because that's gonna make me nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That made me really nervous and have anxiety. And then I'm like, I can't focus. And then I was getting the rest of the questions wrong because I was trying to get through it because I know I had got one wrong. So I don't like that. But I'm just saying that was what I did. I don't know if they still have the Scantron, but they should.
I hope so.
But if you take, all you do is ask for it. When you go to the counter, it's like, I want to take the driving test, but I want to know if y'all have the paper one, the Scantron, the bubbles.
The thing that confused me about when I filled out the application the first time, it said the selective service thing, and I said, ain't this when the military can just draft you at any time? They was like, yeah. Yes. And I'm like, do I have to sign this? Cause I don't know if I'm enrolled for that or not. Because it said,
no, you're not enrolled well, I don't know. I don't think you're enrolled.
But then I reread it, and it said, oh, if you have to, any 18-year-old male is required to this. I was like, do I have to do that? I don't want to do that. And I asked him, I said, do I have to fill out anything on the back? Because everything is asking for either a judge signature or a parent or guardian signature, but I'm 18. They was like, okay, then you don't have to worry about it. Oh, okay. I don't know. She wished me good luck, and I got back up 3 minutes later. She was like, were you successful? I was like, how you expect me to do 40 questions that fast and be successful? No, I didn't pass. She was like, oh, it's better luck next time, I guess. I was like, that's not going to make me feel better at all. Like,
who said that?
No, first the DMV lady. She was she was like, we'll see you next time, man. I was like, yo. I asked my friend, he was like, if you got like 3 more times and then you got to go to a class. I'm like, I'm really not trying to go to no class. I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to walk out the DMV and be like, hey, I got my permit now. Finally. Now I just got to find out.
Yeah, but that's going to be a day that you going like...
Go in there and well studied already.
Like, take your time. And take your time, read the questions, make sure you answer them right, double check, triple check, you would be like, and that's another thing. When I went to get the Scantron, I was able to go back and like reread the ones that I was like not sure about, and I was like, let me see, what's the options again? I'm this something, you know what I'm saying? And it made me more relaxed because that concept, that's just me. I'm just telling you, so like either way, you need to take your time taking it because that's what I did. I was like, I'm gonna pass this time. I'm gonna take my time with this shit. Like, I don't care if they be like, damn, you took like an hour. I'm like, well, I sit there for an hour to pass. Thank you. Shit. So if you wanted that bad, you'll sit there for an hour. It's not gonna be a quick process because they got trick questions. You gotta read it 2 or 3 times and be like, oh, that's not what they meant. They meant this one. You're like, right. I'm glad I read it twice because they got me on that one. They almost got me.
Cause it's been a while since I did like a SOL or a Scantron test, so I'd be losing like focus. But I gotta remember, this ain't like a school test. This is like you fail right then and there, or you pass right then and there. So I was like, but, I mean, so that school test they'll let you read
test because you know that now. You know if you get a certain amount wrong, you done.
Right. And then, but this test, it will just tell you, like, oh, you disqualified, you ain't getting it. You know, like, oh. I wasn't expecting to be that straightforward, though.
Yeah, I agree. So,
I wasn't even expecting that. Dude, she was like, oh, I said, will it tell me if I pass or not? She was like, yeah. And I was like, I said, how many questions is it? She was like, the first part is 10 questions, and the next part is 30 questions. The first 10 questions you cannot get wrong. And the 30 questions, they'll allow you to get 6 wrong. And I was like, okay, 6 ain't that bad for 30 questions, so I guess.
Out of 30, that's not bad, getting 6 wrong. But, yeah, first thing, I definitely tough because you got to get through those to get to the next 30. You gonna want to do the most possible, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know what their test is, but I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to have to take it again.
Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to take it again, huh?
Why?
Because when you live in this state, you're gonna have to take that test again. It's like your license gets suspended or something stupid like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they do. They make you do stuff like that again. So, you might as well take your time with it. Do it again anyway. So learn as much as you can now because you're gonna have to know it anyway.
Right.
This is what it is. Because when you take the driving test behind the wheel, he might ask you some of those questions like, well, what does this sign mean? And you can't be like, I don't know. You're like, hey, okay. Good job passing, buddy. So you might as well get it all in your head now. Like, let me read this book for real, because I was like, okay, I get like the first 5 or 6 right, and I was like, what was that sign I got wrong? And I was like, I'm going back to read that assignment. That's what I was doing. Like, everything I got wrong, I was like, it got to be something I didn't know. So let me do that.
Right.
Especially the signs. I was like, what sign was that I got wrong? I kept remembering the signs I got wrong so I can go back and figure out what the answer was next time. So if I only got through the first 7, I know next time I get to the first 9, the 10th one was the trick one I didn't get. So I know what to do next time. And then they like random shuffle them, so you'll never go back and it'll be the same order.
That's what threw me off the second time, because I was expecting it to be the same thing, and then it just switched up on me. So I only had like 3 repeat questions, and the rest of them was like, oh, like where these come from?
They'll never give you the same test. So you definitely gotta like focus. And I don't know if the first test is longer or harder, but hey, even if it is, you still gotta focus and make sure you get all as much as you can right. The more you get right, the better. That's all I'm saying.
I'm working on this.
If that computer don't say, "Oh, you got this wrong," you like, "Oh shit." But I mean, don't get too hyped until you get through it. Until that computer was like, "You can do," I wouldn't even get hyped. Wouldn't even get happy about getting 5 right. I'd be like, I'm not done yet, so ain't even getting happy.
Right.
All that's gonna do is cloud your mind. When you get too hyped about something, and I'm pretty sure you know a couple of situations that's happened like that.
Yes, I can. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I thought about like 14.
Yeah, you was I psyched myself. I got way too happy
Yeah,
about that. I thought,
I
what's gonna
get too
happen?
happy about something and I end up looking stupid right after. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
so you might as well go in there and be like, okay, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna be chill, because honestly, I might fail again, honestly, but I'm gonna
right.
take my time and do the best I can. You know what I'm saying? And you might walk out of there smiling. You never know. That's how you gotta approach it. 'Cause you don't know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was like extremely excited when I walked in there, and they sat me on the computer. I ain't even gonna cry. I was like frisking in my chair, bro. I was like this act doing jazz hands like a little girl, and then I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, let me calm down. Let me do this, and then it's so embarrassing to hear that computer say, "Oh, you're not you disqualified," or something. I was like, yo, why I gotta say that so
Yeah,
loud?
bro.
I was like,
That's why
yo,
I was like,
I was
man,
like,
I
tell the whole
can't
world
do
why
this
don't you?
computer. It's rude to me.
The way it was saying it, it
Okay,
was like, you were
rude.
disqualified. You did not pass. I was
You
like,
didn't,
okay,
you didn't get it
Lord.
right. I'm like, oh man.
Exactly. I think I would have felt better just reading it instead of you yelling it to me. Really,
Yeah.
I'd be ready
I
to
don't
hate
like the
it.
computer. That's why I couldn't do the computer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world?
Couldn't do it.
They just put me on the computer. They was like, you okay to retake your test? I was like, yeah, I failed the first time. And it was like, okay, they gonna sit me on the computer. I had to put out the application again, do that little thing on the computer again, that voting thing or whatever. I was like, do I got to do all this again? Why don't y'all just save this? It was like, oh, when you
They
get
gonna
put in the
be
new
crazy
application,
when I
you have
go
to.
back in there. I have to take it because I feel like they don't have the Scantron.
Yeah,
The
I was
what?
like,
The
I don't know.
Scantron. I need the paper test. That's what I'm saying. I need the paper test. Don't play with me.
But they kept asking me the vote questions like, are you a protected voter or
They're
something? I'm
gonna
like, I
have that
had
because when I
never.
go in there, I'm like, oh, I can't pass this thing. The computer's too harsh.
Yeah, that
Rude ass
computer
computer.
ridiculous. That computer was really on my
That's
tail about
not
it.
correct. Okay, all right. Try.
They would just show me what the correct answer is and not explain it like an actual SOL would. They'd be like, oh, this is, they would just be like, oh, did you missed this one? And the answer is this one because
So
of
I don't
comments.
know. I don't even know how y'all take the SQL down, but how
Hmm.
I took the SQL and the, you know, all those other tests in school, we did on Scantron, so that's what I was used to. So I think
Yeah,
that's why I
that's
passed.
what I did from like elementary to like half of middle school, and then they changed it, and I was like, why don't they take away the Scantron?
I mean, that was the thing I used to know. So when they gave me that on in the D&D, I was like, lock it in. I know how to
That
do that.
Scantron was like the only ADHD curing way for me to take a test, bro. I'm just so focused on filling in that little circle.
Yeah, and that's all I was used to. So I guess that's why I passed in a sense. But they gotta have it for like they gotta have keep having it. I guess for like I'm assuming this now. Like people who can't get on computers because of their eyes and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they
And
can't just have computers because there's some people who can't get on no computer like their eyes is fucked up and shit.
I think the main
Like
reason why I
it's
was,
like computers give off like I don't really catch off again, but computers give off like some type of blue light.
yeah.
Television do that too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that messes with certain people's eyes, so they have to take the paper test. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't have the paper test, I'm gonna be like, oh man.
Oh. my hog done tackled him, bro. Cornered him. No, give me that back. No, give me that. Thing, I don't never like taking like public tests without them little, them dividers they used to give you in school that will keep you from looking at people's screens.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like taking tests without those because the teacher would go around, walking around looking at people's tests and yell out, "Make sure you're paying attention to the question." I was like, "Whoa, why is you saying that every time you walk past me? Am I doing something? I'll be changing my answer and everything." I'm like, then she'll come back around and do the same thing after I already erased it. I'm like, if you don't like me, just say that. Like, I'm trying to do my test, and she don't sit there and say, "Make sure you're reading the questions carefully, guys." And bro.
I just be like, she can't be talking to me. I don't want to see me talking to me. Even if they walk past me, I just be like, okay, well, so let the rest of you tell me, well, I'm not going to talk
That man got triple
to
team.
them. I'm dead. Okay, guess your pig was like, bitch, get out of here. I need to get those lost what do you call it? Points.
Oh yeah. What was that? Next time I go into that DMV, I'm gonna have to like really focus on that, cause I'm so used to it taking SOLs, and I'm like, okay, it's okay if I get a few questions wrong. It's like the first part you can't get
people that take the longest to come out is the ones who come out with their permit and their driver's license. I promise you.
Exactly.
They the ones who's coming out. Ain't the people that's like coming out fast. You like, it ain't no test to come out fast. Like they got trick questions just like school got.
Yeah, and I recently got a
credit. Let me tell you one thing about this planet. They don't make nothing easy. They say, oh, this is free. This is free. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
What's the catch to it? It's a catch. Like you're not just gonna get to you. Like it's something to it. So you gotta keep your eye out. Like let me say what the catch is. Once you get past the catch, you like, oh, this is easy. Still pay attention to everything. They always try to do. So that's something you know about this one. And then I have to free. Oh, wow, I know it. Throw a curveball. Like that.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. 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 Oh boy. I don't have no heals. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
It was two of them, I ain't know.
Oh, I have to get mad lucky to survive this. Oh my gosh, I couldn't build a floor. Oh my god. Yeah, Mimi sent me a little freaking DMV manual or test link, and I did the first half, and then I got sidetracked.
Yeah, that's the thing. The manual was so boring.
I don't like that manual. They DMV gave me a manual. I walked to the nearest like restaurant and I read it for like 1.5 pages and I threw it away.
I used to skim it, and I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was skimming it when I was trying to get my CDL license, but you know you can't skim it for real. You have to read it because it's things you need to know. But everything in that book is not everything you're gonna experience on the road in your life.
Exactly.
Not saying like you're not gonna those things are not gonna help you. But what I'm saying is like there's more to just that. That's why I feel like you. Like,
that's why I don't like reading the manuals. I don't like reading information I'm probably not going to use that often.
And like you probably would learn better if you start doing it hands-on. So that's why I feel like it'd be good for you to take behind the wheel too, because that's hands-on. You're actually driving, and you'll be with an instructor. And if you do happen to like accelerate too fast, he has a brake on his side of the car, so he can stop it.
Right.
So it's pretty much a safe win-win for you. Like you're not using nobody's car, and then they're gonna be angry with you when you crash their car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you take behind the wheel, you be like, well, sure, I got my permit, I took behind the wheel. Like you can at least let me, and get behind the wheel of your car now and like let me show you what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So I can stay a little sharp and not so rusty, because not saying it's something you can't forget. It's like learning how to ride a bike. I don't think it's anything you can forget as long as you keep doing it. But I mean, I'll never forget how to ride a bike. I don't know if you get how to drive a car. I don't think.
Cause I
But
drove
you
a
ever see the
car.
episode of SpongeBob where it was like Patrick trying to get SpongeBob to get his license,
Yeah, he was like telling
and
him
it was
stuff through a
Mr. Puff,
walkie-talkie.
and he was talking to him on the freaking
On the walkie-talkie.
on the walkie-talkie. Yo, Patrick said the smartest thing ever. He was like, because you know how SpongeBob was like, Florida. That is the worst thing you can do with Florida, because you
Right,
would literally like the car is so strong. That's what they call it, like 1,000 horsepower and stuff, and 1,200 horsepower. Because back in the day, they used to ride cars with, well, they didn't have cars. They used to have like horses attached to like carts with wheels,
right,
and it was like driven by like 10 horses, so it was like 10 horsepower. So imagine 1,000 horses attached to your freaking hands. That's
right.
a lot of power, bro. Horses are
Good.
huge animals. If you ever been up close to one, that has way more muscles than you, like your whole body. Their leg is your whole body.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if you have 1,000 of them attached to your arm, and that's basically a car. So cars are dangerous, first of all. So that's why they say like certain cars are certain horsepower. So they try to explain it, and that's like the whole time and how they used to drag horses behind, in front of cars and stuff. But like, yeah, just be safe. You don't ever want to fall because that's a lot of power behind your hand. So like you
Right.
said, big toe. That's a good idea. Use a big toe, but you want to apply as little pressure as possible because that car already got power behind it. Like you literally
Right.
train.
That's my main fear of driving because you never
I
know.
want to reinforce that fear because yes, that's something to be afraid of. Because a car
Right.
is like you could go to jail for hitting somebody with a car because they consider that a deadly weapon, and if you
True.
did it, whether it was intentionally or if you did it because of your negligence of driving, you could be charged for like murder of a deadly
Right.
weapon. Literally. So, so that is something to be afraid of because you don't want to go to jail behind an accident or, literally, you didn't mean to do something. So that's why it's important to know those things as
Yeah,
well.
no-
That's why they got trick questions there for you to make sure you are paying attention and to get sharp on your knowledge of it. But yeah, you don't want none of that. You don't want none of those problems.
No, that's why.
That's why I took behind the wheel because I was like, shoot. So people let me drive their car. I took behind the wheel. I took the test, passed the test. I felt safe enough after that. You know what I'm saying? For me to get my own car and drive by myself because I did enough driving. Asking people I knew could I drive here and there and feel comfortable enough myself. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
once I started doing it myself, I had to trust myself enough to do it. Which by that time I did because I was driving, you know what I'm saying? I had been driving, if it wasn't my car. But it is a scary thing, but I mean, you ultimately are in control of the car, so once you understand that, you got it. 'Cause
Right.
you control how much pressure you put on the pedal, the brake, and everything. So once you know you have control of this power, you just have to be responsible for it, and that's it.
Yeah, I ain't never been the type of person that would be comfortable
And that's
around
the
a
part
bunch of
being an
buttons.
adult, being responsible for something. So let me tell you, when you start taking on more responsibilities and growing up and stuff, your parents are gonna be like, they don't like that. I mean, they're not gonna tell you that, but they're gonna be hindering you from spreading your wings and flying away. Not like you can stop that, but I'm just letting you know.
Right.
As you get older, and it shocks me. It's shocking me. And I'm your uncle. I'm like, no, don't get bigger. Please, stay small. Oh man.
Oh, everyone was
What
telling
do
me
you
when I
think
was
it
like
does to your
13.
parents who actually had you? Like, I'm freaking out. What do you think they're doing inside?
Exactly. And dad shows that a
I'm
lot too.
proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Dad does show that a lot.
They're gonna have to understand that too.
because like the people I live with, like showing that for real, like they proud of me. They
Yeah,
don't
because they
show
see
this.
that you getting, they see that you getting older and you doing, things that you are capable of doing now because of, the ability you can do that in your age, and that's productive. You know what I'm saying? Because most people my age right now, I can name five of my friends who don't have a car and not driving, you know what I'm saying, and you get your life is one step closer to that at your age. That's really good, you know what I'm saying, in anybody's eyes, especially my age
Right,
for sure, and older. That's very good. It's good that you want to do that, you know what I'm saying. It's definitely a responsibility that you will take on everything you do as you get older. Responsibility you take on, you just have to figure out how to go manage it. That's all.
right.
That
Cause
comes hand in hand with being an adult.
when I did that little paragraph I did on my Facebook a couple days ago, I was like trying to get people to acknowledge what I've done for someone my age and how far I've gotten at just 18, and then be like, I be having people telling me, "Oh, when you gonna go to military? When you gonna go to college or this or the third? You're not gonna have a career if you don't do that." I'm like, I'm pretty sure I will, cause I'm already
Okay,
doing very
so
good with music. I'm already doing very good with maintaining having a job, maintaining money. I'm still working on. I got a credit score already, finally. And on top of that, I'm more worried about building that and getting other stuff done. I'm like,
okay,
I'll have a
so
career, but
I'm gonna be the most honest with you about what's gonna make you the most successful out here, and that's having some type of like skill, that's gonna be able to be applied in the workplace.
right,
Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades. I've done everything so I could be used, and so if like one thing don't work, I can go to another thing that I know I've done before and still be good at it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And that was just my choice. But ultimately, what everybody really wants for you, even though everybody's saying all these different things, what they really want for you is your success. Ultimately, they want you to be successful no matter what you do.
right.
And
But it's like they're
to be
trying to
successful at
shove
what you do,
college in
I
my
would
face.
say, you know what I'm saying, find something that makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? And not only makes you happy, but it brings in revenue. And when I say revenue, I mean money. Good money. So you are good. Because right now, I know I have my own place, my own car, and all that stuff, but I'm honestly spending most of my time trying to figure out how I'm going to get and sustain all this stuff all the time.
Exactly.
I'm
That's what.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm making it. But to be good, to be great, and to be sustaining, that's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still try to get that, obtain it, and keep it. I'm not saying I'm not in a place where you know I can't sustain myself, but there are times where I don't have money for things. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's at my age, I'm irritated by that. You know what I'm saying? So you want something that's gonna give you enough money where you can be comfortable. That's it. That's
Cause
it. That's all that's really up to you, because it's all up to everybody's different talents and stuff and what they really want to do. And what they like doing. I'm not going
like,
to discourage you for anything, but what I am going to say is, whatever you do, please make sure it brings in money in and out of it. And if you have to do research on it, do research on it. Because that'll tell you anything about what you want to go for.
cause
Shoot,
since I was like
shoot.
around the age of like what 10, 11, or 12, I used to cry trying to figure out what I would do, bro. Like I was like I didn't really have I wasn't good at anything around that time besides like being an artist, but I was like being an artist is not something I was really looking forward to at the time. Everyone kept saying you should be an artist or this out there. I was like, I don't know. I don't be having the patience to draw like that. I just do it because it's fun. And it was like saying that, oh, well, you know how Grandma Jackie is. She told me, and I will never forget this because she can't tell me she didn't say this. She told me when I was around that age, she said something that kind of hurt me. And she said, She said you're gonna be either homeless or broke, this or the third, and Javi gonna be this or the third because you don't know what you want to do and you always doing this or whatever, doing what the Quan want to do. And I was like, and I brought that up a lot of times too, and I kept bringing that up to her, and it's like she don't show no remorse for what she say. And I was like,
She said what now?
she said, I'm gonna be either jobless, in jail, or some other stuff, cause I ain't got nothing, I ain't doing nothing with my life or something. And she said something. I don't know if she compared me to Hobby or not, but she seemed like she usually does, so I assume she did.
Well, that's her assumption of what she thinks.
Yeah, that's what my mindset is now, because I'm like,
that's okay. So there's a whole thing that's been going on for like where you were born, where like it's been like 2 decades, and if you know how long a decade is, it's like 10 years. A decade is 10 years, so it's been like 2 decades where Mama and Dad have been having this thing between themselves. Look, I've got tired with it, like the first decade, trying to be like the mediator of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Ever since, and y'all have never. I want to say this. I want to say this first before I continue talking. Y'all have never, ever been a problem for me. Y'all have never, ever been a problem to me. And I don't think I've ever been a problem to anyone else. I think the problem is use kids for the wrong reasons.
Right.
And that's why I feel like the problem comes in based on their emotions. And I've had this talk with both, you know, Grandma and your dad, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I mean, however, people gonna do what they want to do. But I don't think it's healthy that people use kids for certain reasons and stuff, or whatever reason they have you for, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't think this, but it's about if you belong to my brother. My thing was like, well, that's the answer. Give him the kid. You know what I'm saying? But
that was everybody's thought process.
makes sense to me.
I'm thinking like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard for even though that makes sense to me. It's hard for Grandma to grasp that because how nonchalant Anthony was with y'all at first.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like wanted to step in too, because I was like, that scared me, because you know what I'm saying, like, y'all my blood. Like, and I'm always been about family, so I don't care. I take care of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, why stepping in us?
I even suggested that to her too one day, since she wanted to keep sending me to Dad. I said to her, can I just live with Rayburn? And she was like, you can't live with Rayburn. I don't remember why she said no. I don't remember, but I was like,
I mean, if you staying with her, and her and stuff, what's the place? I'm not saying right or anything, but that's my mom, and I've dealt with her for 3 years, so you've had a short amount of time with her, so I completely understand certain things that y'all have gone through, and there's certain things I don't understand. So, but I mean, like I said, I'm a family person. Like I'm family. I love everything, no matter what. No matter what happened, what y'all did, what y'all done, what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? It upsets me when everyone is like mad at each other or at odds. I don't like it. I don't.
yeah.
Okay, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm only one person. I can say how I feel all day, but you know, only if I change anything. But everyone's, you know, entitled to feel what they feel. You know what I'm saying? You feel a certain way about what she said. I'm pretty sure Auntie feels a certain way about what was said about something said. And I'm certain she feels a certain way about something that y'all said to her at some point in time. I'm almost certain about that.
Right.
That's the thing. So everyone feels, you know, a way about something. You know what I'm saying? And all really what it's gonna have to take for everyone to be at some type of level is minded is everyone sit down, but nobody gonna do that.
I'm really starting to notice that she's getting
and they feel like they right anyway, so
yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah,
like I said, regardless, she loved y'all in a way where she didn't feel like it was safe to relinquish y'all to him, or she don't feel like that because probably how like he was and like I said, probably because of the way he was when y'all first got here. And it terrified me too because you know what I'm saying, that's what I stepped in because my brother, like, he didn't act like he had kids when he first had y'all. And it could be because, you know what I'm saying, he was still young himself. And because, you know what I'm saying, that's a big responsibility. I don't even wish that upon y'all. I really hope that I don't, I'm not saying Sean did a bad thing, but I just hope y'all don't want to do that because that's a big responsibility. That's not easy. It's not easy. So it was, that was a big responsibility for your dad at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but I don't think he was ready for all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? 13, 14, 15, shoot.
right.
Was you ready for a whole child and stuff? Nah. I don't blame him for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But life be crazy like that, you know? Gotta be careful. Man, child.
I've been getting told not to do stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't plan on it. I really don't. I don't really.
I mean, one point of the whole thing is like everybody love y'all. They just love y'all in their own way. And if it's different from someone else loving you, like they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be doing that. Then other people like, well, I don't care if they do that. Then that's where the conflict come out. It really ain't y'all. It's just everybody's personal feelings about stuff.
Yeah,
that's what gets in the way, really.
In Grandma Jackie case, she gonna have to really prove that, cause my whole life she ain't act like she love me at all. She always say it, but I never once felt it. She'll tell me, she was like, the only thing she'll tell me that it'll make me slightly feel like that, but I'm starting to see it as like, I'm not gonna believe it no more, is when she say, oh, you know I love you, right, Quan, or whatever. And I'm like, then every time she say that, I get a bunch of terrible flashbacks, and I'm like, all I do is just shake my head, man. I'm like, yeah. Like most people, even family, I really don't be trusting like that when they say they love me, cause I'm like, I don't know.
And see, like, that's
been
the
main person who hasn't been showing that, at least not in the proper way.
Especially now, with the way things have played out and everything, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, she was.
It's like, y'all don't understand the capacity of everything, and then now it's like everyone put all their own feelings and everything. Like, well, Anthony feels like this about y'all, and well, your grandma feel like this about y'all, and it's like, I was in the background like screaming like, stop! Like, why are y'all doing that? Like, y'all trying to program the kids to like somebody and dislike this person? Like they gonna
it's like around a certain age.
To me, like, everyone want to put their own opinion on y'all.
Yeah, that's what I did not like. I never liked that, and I was noticing that when around I was like 12 or 13. I started noticing it.
It's not even their fault. Like, y'all putting them in the middle of some stuff. Like,
yeah, I didn't like that at all.
It's his fault, so I ain't do nothing.
And they always, like, one person always had an opinion about the other, and then I'll just go with it, but I never truly feel how the one or the other feels. I'm just going with it just to keep the peace. But I mean,
man, it's hard to keep peace. Trust me, when I tell you I try to keep peace, like I told you, I've been trying to be the mediator for 2 decades now. It's the hardest thing, trying to be the middleman between your mom, my mom, and your brother. Your dad and your grandma. Okay. It's stressful. I've given up, okay? All they want to do is fight. I am done.
I was kind of upset with it, especially when like a few years before Grandma Norma died, there was like her and Grandma Jackie and Dad was all arguing around this, and I was like, this seems like unfair, because one, it's like a 2v1, And then on top of that, like,
ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous.
yeah, I was like, I never understood that because the grandma Norma, as much as I loved her, like she said a lot of hurtful shit about me. And I was like, she was like, oh, Quan, you got the devil and you just said a third or whatever. And the same thing Grandma Jackie kept on saying. Anything Grandma Jackie say, anything Grandma Norma say, Grandma Jackie will go right along with.
And guess what? It's all opinionated based on their own feelings about how they think that you're gonna be. And it's like, I'm back, like, and it's the same thing. And it goes, in prime example, Javier. Everyone had their own opinion about how he's gonna be. And I'm just like,
I heard everything.
Like, can he just be the person that he was born to be? Like, stop saying all these things that he's not even grown enough to know about. Like, don't put it in his head now, because now he can be thinking about it. Oh, what's that?
The only
you didn't even know about it till you said it, bro.
The only thing I ever try to tell Javi is try to be better than what he is.
They're like, okay, you can be just like your daddy. Okay, so like, well, how's my daddy? Well, maybe I should be like him, because they said I'm gonna be like him, so maybe I should be like him. Why would y'all make somebody think like that? Like, and
she always said that to me. She said, you just like your dad, this, that, third. And I was like, bro, is he really that bad for you to be sitting there saying that? And I was like,
no, because your dad was not trying to get his license at your age, believe me. So
exactly.
You already proven that point.
I done proved her wrong to her face, like when I was at her house, like when I was at her house last year, like me, Dad, and Tori was all staying with her, and I was in the house with her alone with her, Corneja, and Javi, and she said something to me, talking about something, no, her and Javi was arguing with me over something stupid like usual, and then she said, oh, I'm gonna call your dad. I said, he at work, and she was like, I don't care. I said, I told her for the first time ever. I said to her, I said, you want me to call him?
First of all,
I can call him right then and there.
They can't even be mad at you.
Exactly.
That you would even turn out to be your dad or like your dad, because that's what they said to you. Secondly, if you don't turn out to be your dad, then it makes them look crazy.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's like them saying what they were saying about me. I mean, when I was y'all age, when I was younger, or whatever, my voice was really high pitched. It was like, ah! You know what I'm saying? I sound like a little chihuahua. And it was like, oh, everybody was like, oh, he sounds like a girl. He's gonna be a girl. That's what they said to me.
They said that about Javi at some point, but then
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. When you say, and I've been through this. That's why I'm like, I cover everybody as a coach. I'm also dad. I was like, look, when you say stuff to somebody, you not only put that in them, but you making them think about it. If I say I'm mad at you because, or I hate you because all you do is fart, you're gonna be thinking about the next time when you fart, you're gonna think I'm gonna be mad at you, correct?
Right.
Because I put that in your head. So why would I put something in your head that you don't know about if you don't even have a clue about that yet? So now I'm assuming something about you based on my own feelings and emotions. And now I'm gonna sit here and say, oh, well, you gonna be this or you gonna be that because I feel like that. That is not true. That's how you feel, okay? And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Don't give me my reply back. And I say anything. That really messes up. But however, that's basically what it is. Like, everybody got their own opinion about what they thought was gonna transpire. And I sat back and I was like, that's
what I didn't like the whole time, because everyone kept asking me, even to this day. They're like, do you think Javi's gay? I was like, I really don't care what Javi is, to be honest with you. First of all,
I don't either, because at the end of the day, why would it matter? Because you have other people in the family that's like that. So if he was, what is it going to make a difference?
I was like, why does it matter?
If y'all mad at him because he is, then y'all should be mad at me too, because guess what? I ain't never tried to deny. And this is another problem I had, because I was afraid to be around y'all too much at one point, because I felt like if either one of y'all had become or felt like that, then it would be my fault.
Yeah, I've noticed that,
and that's what I felt like. And I was like, this is crazy, because it's like everyone had their own opinion about this and the other. I'm like, shoot, my favorite color is purple. But just because Harvey's favorite color was pink, don't mean he was gonna be anything to me.
Exactly.
It didn't mean nothing to me.
I did not place on that.
I did not look. I did not know what my favorite color was gonna be or my favorite food was gonna be until I grew up and had to experience it. I had to go through school and color in the coloring book and be like, okay, red, green. I had to figure all this out, bro.
Right, and they'll go
And
come to
they
me.
saying stuff about y'all that y'all didn't even figure it out yet. So I'm like, that's what was irritating me. I'm like, how is he gonna say something about them when they ain't even know what's going on, bro?
Exactly. Like I would be like when we was younger, I'd joke with Javi and call him a princess, and because he always picked girls in games, and I was just messing with him about it, and he knew that. And then when he had that habit of chewing on wires, I added Billy Goat to it, and
But like to me, that don't mean anything because it don't. To me, that still doesn't say anything to me.
yeah, cause I was like, I never tried to assume Javi's sexuality. I really didn't care because when I told, cause I asked him like probably 3 times. He gave me the same answer, and he was like, I'm asexual. I said, so you don't like nobody? He was like, no. I said, Javi, you probably don't like someone. You just haven't met no one you tolerate yet. And he was like, right now I don't want to date nobody. And I was like, that makes sense.
I can understand at this point. I'm being honest with you.
You'd be surprised how many girls like Javi, bro. That man was funny. And when Javi rejects somebody, he does not do it kindly, bro. That was so funny.
I'm gonna be truthful. And him saying that he asexual, I wouldn't be surprised if he said that because, like, at this point, everyone probably done confused him, telling him what he is and what he ain't. I'd be confused too. Shoot, they done confused the boy by now.
I would be mad.
Like, yeah, I'm A, B, C, D, E, F, G at this point, because at this point, everyone had told me what I was, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty much Z now. I'm pretty much Z.
It's so different because no one's telling Javi what he is. Everyone's trying to figure it out without asking it.
Guess what? Nobody else is like that. You know why? Because nobody else went through what he went through.
Exactly. Because Javi.
So you're not going to see JoJo saying he's Z-sexual. You're not going to hear you saying that, Sean or nobody else. You know why? Because nobody else went through what he went through. Because nobody questioned what y'all did. Everybody questioned what Harvey did. Every fucking step he took. And that's why I was like, that shit fucked up because like I ain't even let the boy be who he wanted to be first. Like, I ain't like he might have grew up and be like, you know what? He's just really not for guys. And changed his whole style up, bro. Y'all was like, oh snap, Harvey a pimp, He a pimp. I knew he was a pimp from the start. He just had to grow into that James.
Oh, that would be funny. Oh goodness.
They ain't even let that nigga be who he was, y'all. I was irritated.
I'll be the PIMP.
So that nigga could have been like, okay, there's people out here who just really like super like clean and take care of themselves. But you know, some guys like that. That don't mean hey.
Exactly. I don't mean anything. I don't try to figure out someone's sexuality based off what they do and say.
Yeah,
I just mean mainly just trying to figure it out. Cause I'm like, I don't genuinely care. I just want to know. Cause I'm like, for Javi, I never wondered what his sexuality was. I'm like, whatever Javi does, he does.
Especially around the time y'all was growing up, like the whole, like freaking, I'm trying to get it out. The whole like scary thing about the gay life and all that kind of faded with the transition with the gay movement and stuff. What happened when y'all was growing up, so it's like they paranoid right now, but they're not as paranoid now. And stuff like that. And like people is like really coming out and stuff and saying all kinds of stuff. So now it's not even such a bad thing. So I don't know why they're making a big deal about it.
Right.
Like, now we about to do the world when we about to telecom, you want to dress up like a girl or not. Cause like at this point they accepting all of it, like so I'm like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like even if people dress like a girl, that would probably be more of a problem if he wanted to dress up like a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking hypothetical, like.
Right, because around this time
they trying to make it like they're making it a big deal now because like the color pink and stuff like that ain't nothing.
Right.
Like I would have never thought that. Now if Harvey had started off wearing wigs and told he wouldn't wear one of the panties and stuff, then I would have been like, we need to be a little concerned. Because of a color, because of a character in a game, are you kidding me right now?
Right.
Like that's why I was like getting. I was like, they tripping.
No, I never
I
saw
let them
copy.
have it.
I told him I called him a president because it was funny because he picked the princesses specifically, and he said I just like the females in the game. I was like that's fine, Hobby. I really don't care, but I was just making it a joke,
I
but.
mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Because Javi
Like,
is the only person who knew at one point, like for like a year in middle school, I was bisexual for like a year, and I didn't like it for some reason. There was a bunch of creepy kids in the school, and I didn't like them. But growing up, when I faded out of that phase and just went straight, I still had like homosexual boys in my classes liking me, and I was like, I felt like terrible trying to say, hey, I'm not interested or something like that. Like I've been down that road, and I don't know. There was some just very, very needy dudes, I'm going back to being chicks. But as for Hobby's case, I was like, yo, like who you like, I don't care. We're blood.
right, like I said,
My
and
job is
I'm gonna
not
say
to
it
judge you.
again. I didn't know anything that I like. No one could tell me what I like until I went through life and had to experience it. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through life and be like, okay, yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what color, food, drinks, everything. So
Yeah.
when you do finally get your own place, you be like, the world is kind of customized around what I like now because I make that happen. You know.